that. And this environment will only applicable. So here in the package, when you created the package, like when you're given multiple, like for development and test, you had given these values. But when you when you deploy this on the server, you will not be having these values for dev and test. It all will be removed. Okay, everything will be removed. So you'll not be, these values will not be transferred to the like on the server. When you deploy to the server, they will not be transferred. So in the server, so the same way you got here different environments. When I click, you got it, right? The same way from the server side, you got one concept called environment variables. You see, environments. Now what I can do, so just I'll deploy the latest package. So I'll go to the solution explorer, right click on this, deploy. Oh, it will again ask me the server name. Yeah, replace the existing one. Yes. So it has been it replaced the existing one. Okay, now so what I'll do, click on the environments. Now create environment. The same way we did in the dev and QA, right? Now I can do environment as dev. Click on the dev, and here you can do whatever you want. Go to the properties. Now you click on the variables. Now I'll add the variable name. I'll add it as something like a temp. Okay, description, what it is, a type of string, right? So I'll take it as string. What is the value for that? Value is, I think, I don't know whether yeah, I got the value. I copied the last time, right? So I add the value. So dev means it will pointing to temp. That's it. I got it. Okay. The same thing, I'll create one more environment for QA. I can give the description also. Okay. Now I'll click on this. Go to the properties. Here I'll go to the variables. Now I'll change it to QA. It is a temp, right? Temp. Data type is string. Okay, what is the description? Your value is, it will be pointing to QA. So let's check it is pointing to QA or not. Yeah, temp QA. Yeah, temp QA. That's it. Okay. So you're good. Now see, if I want to run the package now, execute the package. Now it will ask me the environment. See, actually when I go to like, no, cancel. Actually I need to configure the environment also for this. Click on this, configure. So yeah, I need to add that two environments to the package level. Add it. So it is a dev. I'll be adding. I'll add the QA environment also. QA. That's it. Okay. Now I should add the environment also. So once I add them, then that environments will be affected to the project level. So I need to create two environments, and after that I need to assign that environment to the project level. Okay, since now the same way here in the package we created, right? We created environments here. After creating, again at the parameter level also we created the environment. The same thing. First you will create the environments here. After that you will add that environments to the project. Now when I right click and try to deploy it, right? Execute. Now it will ask me the environments here, whether I want to point it to dev or QA. If I point it to dev, see, it is now this temp will be pointed there. See the value. Okay, if I point it to QA, automatically by doing the runtime, it will be changed accordingly to QA. Are you able to get my point? Hello? అర్థమైందా? ఓకే, అలా అనమాట. మీరు జస్ట్ ఎలా కావాలంటే మీరు అంటే లైట్ ఇది మీకు అవసరం ఉండదు. సో అలా అనమాట. మీ ఏ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్స్ కావాలంటే అది సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుని ఓకే కొట్టొచ్చు, ఆటోమేటిక్గా ప్యాకేజ్ దానికి రన్ అయిపోతుంది అంతే. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు నేను రన్ చేశాను కదా, ఒక్కసారి చూద్దాము ప్యాకేజ్ రన్ అయిందా లేదా. రైట్ క్లిక్ కొట్టి యా లోడింగ్. Yeah, package succeeded. See, I'm pointing to QA. Environment is QA. Okay? But it's pointing to temp only. Give me a minute. Right click on the package, configure. Oh, it is, yeah. Okay. properties, okay, because since when I ran it, right, it is not doing that way. So temp, I can take the environment to QA, okay, yes, because I want to see the connection properties where it got connected during the running time. So somewhere here I can see it's pointing to temp only. So I'll close this, go to the QA, check the variables and the value. Initial catalog, temp QA or temp. Temp QA, okay. So the name is temp, right? So what is the name we got? Only temp, yeah, right. Okay. Right click, configure. Because it is not pointing correctly, so that is the thing I'm checking here. Retain same connection false, password is different, server name is okay. So it should point it when I run it to execute. Environment, okay. Temp. Oh yeah. EMP. Temp, right? This temp I need to point to the temp environment. QA. I think that's the thing. I'm not sure. Let's check. QA. Parameters. Okay. Yeah. Point it. Oh, yeah. Both will be the same. Let's see this. Yes. I think there is some small thing I need to do. So right click. No. Click on this. Config execute. Validate. Start PowerShell reports. Config is the same thing to do. Okay. References. Scope of the parameter package. Okay. Yeah. So this is the thing I need to point it to the environment. Click on this. Select the use environment variables. In the environments, there are a couple of multiple values, right? I need to connect it to this temp. I need to connect to the temp. Select it and go OK. Now it will be pointed to that one. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing you need to do. Okay. So in the package, when you right click and do the configuration, right? So normally you will be having this package. You are done. But value from where you will be getting that value, you will be getting from the environment. So in the environment, each environment is having multiple values. So if you have like couple of variables, which variable you will be getting, you don't know, right? So you need to get from which way. So let's say I got some other variable called temp1. I need to get the value from only temp, right? So that's the thing. I need to point that to the temp. I'm clicking cancel. So that's the thing. So I'll go here, package, go to the config. Now I'll point to the temp. So from that environment, it will get the temp value. Okay. Now when I run this, execute. So now it will ask me from which environment I need to get. Select this. And if I give the QA, now it will get the value from the QA. See, QA means it is pointing to temp QA database, right? Previously it didn't get, but now you'll be getting the QA database. See, are you able to get my point? Now, if I close this, if I rerun the package, So if I rerun the package, pointing to C, now it's throwing an error because there is no environment variable connected. Now if I run the package by connecting to dev environment, so automatically the connection properties will be shown as temp database, not temp QA. See, are you able to get my point? Okay, so it's the kind of like, it's easy now. So there is no need for you to maintain any config table, configuration file. Means for configuration file you will be stored in some other location. It's the kind of again different thing, right? Don't worry, just create environment variables here. Okay, environment, click dev QA. So if you have a couple of different variables, how many variables you have, that many variables you can create here, temp1, temp2. Okay, and after that, once you create, you add that environments to the project level, to the project. Right click on the project, click configure. In the references, what are the environments you created, you need to add that environments. After doing that, go to the package, configure. In that, see, every package will have the value. So by default, the package will have the variables, right? Here, my package is having the project parameters as temp. So it will be showing the temp parameter here. Now, always I need to get the temp parameter from environment variable. So I'll just select here. So when I select, by default it will show me I have added two environments to my package, right? Test and QA. So it will be showing like test and QA, which environment I need to add. It will ask at the runtime, but both the environments should have one value, temp. I have created one value, right? So you'll have the temp value, give and done. So you'll give that variable. Okay. So now whenever you want to run this, so each and both the environment has the temp value, right? See here, it is also having the same name called temp, and this environment is also having the same name called temp. Done. After that, when you run the package, now it will ask me, okay, you are assigned the temp, but from where to get the temp? Now when I execute, it will ask, okay, you are given the temp value, but from which environment I should get the temp value, temp variable value. So you can select the environment, whether it is from dev or QA. If you select dev, automatically that whatever the value you got in the dev for the temp variable, it will be loading here. If you develop the QA, whatever the value will be having the temp, it will be loaded here. That's it. Like you can create, so this is only for one variable. You might have some other variable for the flat file connection manager. Okay, for the flat file connection manager, you can't use the file name. What not generally we'll be using is that we'll use the path. We'll create one variable here, parameters, and we'll give the path. Okay, so what path I'll be giving is that I'll name it as P capital. It is of string type, string, and I'll give the path for that. So what is the path? What is my path? It's a dev, right? So I'll select the dev. I'll select this path. Control C. Go here, paste it. Okay, I'll not create any environments. Like I'll not create for environments dev and test. I'll not do anything. Okay. By default, it will take, right? Previously for this, we are given the environments for dev and QA. We have changed the values, but okay, let's change for this also. Don't worry. I'll click on this. I'll select this. Select the top one. Then it will ask me for the dev. It will have the folder pointing to dev only. Oh, sorry, it is a temp. Sorry, I need to click on the path. Path. Click on this. For the dev environment, it's pointing to dev path only. Oh, sorry. I need to add it here for the path. Click OK. When I click this, automatically I'll get the path. Okay, this is for the dev. For the test, I'll be giving it as QA. So I'll create one more folder now for QA. Okay, done. I'm good. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll go here, create a folder for QA also. New folder, QA. Okay. So now what I'll be doing, I'll go here, control flow, and click on the EMP flat file. Right click on this, go to the properties, go to the expressions. Now I need to point that folder path here. So how to point the folder path? Go to the connections, connection string, click on this. What is the folder path I am having? This is the path, right? Path, drag and drop. I'll be getting the path, and to that I need to add the file name. So how to add? Shift to plus, bracket, double quotes, file name is some slash file name is something like temp dot txt. Double quotes done. So when I execute, I'll be getting the always the okay. It's showing some error. What is that error? String literal temp contains only. Oh, okay. Actually, whenever it will give, basically we need to give two types. Then it will be added as one. Okay. Now it is added as one. Okay. Okay. Done. So now I'll be having the temp test. Okay. So now if I do this, now automatically it will be pointing to the temp. So let's try in this environment. So development means when I do, that file will be loaded into the dev environment. Now see, I'll click here, 18 records, and if I see the dev, file will be loaded in the dev. See, it is a temp, right? I've given the file name as temp, so it will develop. It is loaded in the dev as temp. Now if I change to, and we will see one more thing in the QA path now. Does the QA have anything? QA doesn't have anything. So now what I'll do, I'll just change the file path to the QA. That's it. I'll change this path to test and run it. Now QA will have the file now. See. Okay. So this is like dynamic one. So now the same thing, how I am going to set in the environment is that go to the environment, click one more, go to the properties for that each environments, add a variable for the name, file name. I'll name it as a path. Path, what path I need to give? Control V, test files dev. Okay, because I have stored the path and this is a string type. String, done. Okay. Okay, done. So after that, I need to go to the dev QA, go to the variables, add the same like path, string. So control V, but it is a instead of dev, it is a QA folder. That's it. Okay, and good. Now go to the package. So basically I need to deploy the package because I have created one more variable, right? I have added one more variable. So in order to get that, so right click on this, deploy the package. Close, done. The product will be deployed. Now I'll go here because anyway we pointed the both the environments, right? Dev and QA already pointed, so there is no need for me to the variable. So now I'll go to the package config. Now the package will have one more variable called the path. So for the path I need to point this environments. So what I have in the both environments, I am having one name called path. So use the environment variables. Now I'll get the name called path. That's it, done. Okay, I'm good. Okay. So now if I run the package now, it will ask me which environment do I want. So let's see, I'll delete the folder from both the things. I'll delete from dev, temp, I'll delete it. I'll delete from go to the QA, also I'll delete it. Okay, I deleted. Now I'll be pointing to the QA folder. Okay, now I'll execute this one. So I'll be pointing, okay, I'm good. Sorry, I think I need to minimize this. Yeah. Now what I'll do, I'll right click on this, execute. Now I'll be pointing to the QA folder. See, select this, I'll be pointing to QA. So what happens? QA database. See, I'll start the report when I click S. It will be started. So until then, what I want to show. So in the QA database means it is a product table, like it is a temp QA database, and the table name is EMPS. How many records do you have? We have the records of 21 records. Okay, that is, we need to assume, we need to check whether it is getting from the same table or not. 21 records. And what is the way the file will be pointed? The file will be pointed to QA only. Okay, file will be pointed to QA. And the file name will be, oh, it's already loaded. Okay. Now just now only it loaded. See, 918. It's 919, right? It got loaded. I'll delete it and I'll again restart the package. No. It loaded immediately. So now again I'll go here to the environment variables and see again. I'll right click on this, execute, change it to QA. QA. See, there is no folder in the QA, right? Run it. So once it is done, automatically the folder is waiting, even it's not waiting for the report to generate. See, now you can see the temp. When I click on this, the source is 21 records, right? So you should get the 21 records here. See, okay, 21 records, you got it here. That is that QA. Now we'll point the same to dev and let's see how many records we'll be getting and what will be the source. Because in the dev means it should point to the SQL Server database. So like temp database and the table name is EMPS. So this database has like 18 records. You should get the 18 records. I'll close this one. 18 records. It should get the 18 records. There is no IDs for 3, 4, 5 here in this table. So let's check that one. So I'll go here, go to the temp, click on the package, execute. So now I'll be pointing to dev. Okay, that's it. So now I can, where should my file will be now? See, in the dev, the file got generated. See, 920. The time is 920, right? Say 920. When I open this, see, there is no data for 3. See, 2. See, you can count the records. It's 18. Okay. So this is a way. It's an environment variable. It made your life easy. So now in the config means for each time if you want to change the values, you need to go and change in the config file again and again. But environments variables means once you store it and keep it in there, that's automatically done. Whenever you want, there is no need to change. Just point it to that variable. That's it. Are you able to get my point? This is only in SQL Server 2012. See, I didn't use this for last like 3-4 months. Still, I am unable to get it right. It took some time for me to again memorize that one. Okay? అంటే కొద్దిగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి. పారామీటర్ వేరియబుల్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి వచ్చేస్తుంది. చాలా సింపులే. అంటే నేను చాలా ఎప్పుడో జమానా కింద ఎప్పుడు ఆఫీస్లో అయితే నేను ఎప్పుడు ఇది వాడను. నేను పాతది 2008 ఏ కాన్సెప్ట్ అవుతుందో అదే కాన్ఫిగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అదే వాడతాను. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసరికి బేసిక్గా మనం ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఇంకోటి ఏంటిదంటే ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ నాకు ఇప్పుడు వేరియబుల్ పారామీటర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇప్పుడు సేమ్ పాత్ సేమ్ టెంప్ నేను ఇంకొక డిఫరెంట్ పారామీటర్ అంటే మళ్ళీ ఇంకొక ప్యాకేజ్లో ఇటంగా సేమ్ పాత్ సేమ్ టెంప్ వాడాలనుకోండి, నేను మళ్ళీ అక్కడ ప్యాకేజ్లోకి వెళ్ళి మళ్ళీ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఆ ప్యాకేజ్లో మళ్ళీ 2 వేరియబుల్ క్రియేట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ నేను ఆ నేమ్ ఇస్తాను. అలా కాకుండా మీరు ప్రాజెక్ట్ పారామీటర్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయొచ్చు ఒకటి. ఇప్పుడు నేను ప్రాజెక్ట్ పారామీటర్స్లో ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ప్రాజెక్ట్ పారామీటర్స్ చేసి మీకు ఇట్లా వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ నేను ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, పాత్ 1 అని చెప్పి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తున్నాను. ఏదో వేర్ క్యార్ ఇద్దాము, string. I'm giving some value to that, path 1. Okay, I'm saving this. Don't worry, I'm saving this. Now, what I can do in the package, instead of pointing these parameters from the package, I can directly point this project parameters here. Go to here, properties of this, right click, properties, go to the connection expressions. So when I select here, when I expand this, see, now I'll get the project parameters path 1. Which is in the shade 1, right? Now you can see. See, you got one call here. And when I click this project parameter, you got path 1, right? Now you can see that path 1 here. అర్థమైందా మీకు? హలో హలో అంటే సింపుల్ ఏం లేదంటే మీకు ఇప్పుడు నేను ఒక ప్యాకేజ్లో 2 పారామీటర్స్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను ప్యాకేజ్ లెవెల్లో. అదే ఇంకో ప్యాకేజ్లో ఇటంగా సేమ్ పారామీటర్స్ వాడుతున్నారు అనుకోండి, దానివల్ల మీరు ఏం చేయొచ్చు అంటే ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లెవెల్లో క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. కామన్ పారామీటర్స్ మల్టిపుల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో సేమ్ పారామీటర్స్ మీరు మళ్ళీ వాడాలనుకోండి, మళ్ళీ ప్రతి ఒక్క ప్యాకేజ్లో క్రియేట్ చేసే బదులు మీరు ప్రాజెక్ట్ పారామీటర్స్లో క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు అదే వాడుకోవచ్చు ఇక డైరెక్ట్ మీరు అంతే. ఓకే, అంటే వేరియబుల్కి అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ప్యాకేజ్ పారామీటర్స్, ప్యాకేజ్ పారామీటర్కి అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ పారామీటర్స్. అర్థమైందా? యా. సో అంతే, సీక్వెల్ సర్వర్ అయిపోయింది, మీకు ఏం లేదు. ఇంకా చిన్న చిన్న కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి, అది జస్ట్ మీకు ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతాను చెప్తాను ఒక్కొక్క కాన్సెప్ట్. మీకు పివోట్ అండ్ పివోట్ అని చెప్పలే, మళ్ళీ మీకు SSISలో కొన్ని కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్తాను కదా, కాదు మీకు దీంట్లో చెప్పలేను, TCCలో చెప్పలేను మీకు, అది నాకు గుర్తుంది అది బాగా. ఓకే. యా నాకు ఒకటి ఏదో ఐడియా ఉంది, నాకు గుర్తు